going to be, areas or sections of interaction. You guys can get to see the process as we create the painting. So we'll be showing you the step-by-step process of creating it. So just stick along for the ride. It's really going to be wonderful. It's literally half of 100 persons going to be in this room in just a bit. So it's definitely going to be a remarkable experience for them all. If it is that you guys want to do a session like this, you can always reach us at 534-2669 so you can be a part of something this fun in the future. Okay.
Interested, you'll get like a follow-up email after the event, sometime like on Monday. And if you guys want to learn more about it, then you guys can reach out to my boss Amanda. But yeah, so enjoy your wine. Whoever wants to get more, you can get up and run it. Whether we run out, we run out. But anyways, have fun. Enjoy.
All right. So on that note, I guess let's get started. So introductions already have been in place. We have spare seats all around the room. So guys, when somebody comes in and they're looking for an area to sit, just indicate like here, there's one here, there's one there, just to make things easy and the process to flow very smooth. All right. So very first thing, underneath your palette, which is the plate with all the paints, you have a napkin. And you also have something we call a color map or a guide. So if you're a professional in the midst of us, you can use that guide and you can complete your painting without ever looking up at my demonstration. All right? But for the rest of you who wants your painting to look like that image, you'll follow me. All right? But we're going to have a good time. We're going to start off with the medium-sized brush. We're going to be working with our sky first. When I looked at it, I thought that sky has a lot of red. So we're not going to do ours with too much red. You're going to take it step at a time. We're going to start things off with the yellow, and we're going to work our way upwards. So for the yellow, you're going to come right above the mountain area. You can add a line, come across right above the mountain area, and we're doing left to right strokes using the yellow. And we're going to come all the way down to the top of the waterfall. Left to right strokes. Now it's yellow, and so you should be able to still see the mountain and the sketch underneath. So you can paint over it, or if you like, you can try to outline it first and then fill in. And this is supposed to be relaxing, so please do not be stressed at any point in this. If you feel the stress coming on, just say, I need more wine, all right? Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it together. I need more wine. Okay, that sounds good. So we're just practicing for later until we get to the trees. I'll hear that statement probably coming in. a little bit later on. Just yellow, so you're going all the way over to the edge here with the yellow. And it should look something like this, all right? Remember, both Angel and Riv, they're right here. And if you guys need help, you just indicate, let us know, and we'll be right there to guide you guys along. Beautiful. All right. So while you're on the yellow, I want you to tap again into it. And we're going to add a wet line. I like to call it a wet streak of yellow right above, because we're about to get started with the orange. And in order for the two colors to blend together, the yellow also has to be wet. So let's add that wet streak of yellow right along the top. All right. And without washing your brushes, tap it into the orange paint, and we're going to go just about halfway up with the orange. And let's add a line up there, right there, like this. You don't have to wash out your brushes. You just tap into your orange from the yellow and add a line, go right across the middle. That's where we're going to stop with our orange. Now your orange is a little bit thicker. So you want to tap your brush in water for this next step. Just tap it into the water, not too much. Tap it back into the orange paint. And we're going to fill and come to meet our yellow, okay? So we're trying to connect with the yellow while it's still wet, so it creates a beautiful blend. So you tap, you tap into your orange. Now, we're talking about paints here, guys. We're still talking about paints. All right, so you tap it into the orange. You don't have to wash out the brushes from the yellow. And if your orange isn't flowing the way you want it to, you can always tap your brush into the water, then go back into the orange again. Now, it's very important that your yellow paint is still a little bit wet, because we want it to blend together. So right now, this side of my paint in the yellow most likely is dry. So I'm going to go back in with a wet streak, tap into orange, and blend again. Left to right, left to right. And if you want your orange to flow better, you tap your brush into water, tap it into the paint, and then apply onto your sheet. And we're going left to right again, left to right. And very soon you'll have a blend looking similar to mine. Similar to mine. If you're seeing a sharp line between your orange and your yellow, simply tap into the yellow again and go over that sharp line to blend it out. So to my online art family, thank you guys so much for joining in. We're gonna have a good time today, painting here at SGU. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so we have a blend from yellow going up to orange. And you can go ahead and add another wet streak of orange up at the top, because we're going to connect now with the red. All right, so we're going to go down, red meets your orange, and let's blend it out. So we're going to add a wet streak of orange right up at the top here. Nice wet streak of orange. And now I'm going to tap into my red paint and blend it out. So red, I did not even wash out my brush from the orange. I just added a wet streak of orange, tapped my brush into red, and blended it out. Blending it out. And you guys don't need to worry. If you need assistance, remember we're here to help you. Oh, you guys are hard at work. I'm hearing so much tapping. I don't think I promised you guys a degree after this class, you know. All right, so don't take it too serious. And not even a certificate. But there is refill on the wines. So, yeah, that's motivation enough. Red, we're going across with the red. Left to right strokes, we're going all the way across. And we're filling in. So we should all be doing the red. Let's get the red finished off. And if you're seeing any sharp lines between your red and your orange, you know you just blend it out and you should be fine. So if there's a sharp line between these two colors, I'll add a little bit of orange and I'm going to blend it out. But for now, I just have to finish off the top with some red. And this is the easy part, guys. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yep, enjoy it while it lasts. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Look at that blend. All right, so I trust most of your paintings are looking like this. We're about to move to another step very soon, so I'm coming around to take a look at how your blends have been going. So we should see this movement between red to orange to yellow. Let's see. Gorgeous. Okay, you got, well, hold up. The front row is really going on. Can I? Guys, take a look at this one. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, the front row is really showing off on us right now. They don't call them front row for nothing, right? Get your brushes clean as we prepare to do the next step. Wipe them on your tissue as well. Once you have cleaned your brushes off, wipe them on your tissue. Whoa. Oh, that is beautiful. You guys should see the view from back here. It's mesmerizing, trust me. It's really good. I think we need a photo of this step. Let's see. Yasmin, you should see this from the back. Like, just stand there and look down. I'm serious. Go take a look. It's gorgeous. Let's get a photo of that from the back. Oh, oh, stunning. Wonderful. Get those brushes washed out and wipe them on your tissue as we get ready for the next step. So for the next step, we're going to be doing the water area. So we're going to be starting off with the water area. Now, if you look at your image, You'll notice it's a little bit abstract, all right? So you can see the mountains, but they're a silhouette, meaning that they're all blacked out. So it's going to be a black mountain on either side. Then we have the waterfall, which is very much almost two-dimensional. So it's just some blue, then a little bit of white over it. Not too much details. We're not trying to be fancy this afternoon because we want to go back and have some sleep tonight. All right, so we're going to do some blue and some white, but we're going to start things off down here at the water base, because all of this froth that you're seeing from your waterfall, it has to go on top of the base. So we're going to tap in, and I'm going to show you first. You're going to tap into your blue, and the very first thing you're going to do is line up your horizon. So this is really where the land meets the water. This is where the land is meeting the water, and there's also a little bit over on the other side. You can barely see it.
Are we using our big brush?
You can use your small brush to line up and your big brush to fill in. So some of those little froth lines and so on in the water, those are the weird looking shapes. You can leave those out, or you can dilute your blue a little bit, and if you pass it over it, you should still see the sketch underneath. So you guys have a choice. You can paint over those weird looking lines. You can paint over those shapes, and we'll add them back in afterwards, or you can try to paint around it, and we'll get to it in just a bit. So we have shared palettes in the middle of your table, so you're sharing with somebody else, and in that shared palette, you guys have green, blue, and black. All right. So for me, I'm going to paint over my lines. I can still see them underneath, and you guys can try to do the same thing. We'll add back those whites and the froth, etc., afterwards. So don't try to stay within all the lines, and just paint and be free. What Bob Ross says, happy little accidents, if we ever have any, you know? Left to right. So I'm painting over mine, as you can see, but I'm painting over it very light, so I can still see it underneath. There we go. Very light wash of blue over the sketches, so I can still see it underneath. I'm even going over my rock area a little bit because I don't want to stay too much in the lines. We can paint over it. And when we're going in with the black and the green, it's going to cover all of that blue right up, all right? And should be looking similar to this, all right? So you should have hints of blue going from left to right in the water area, left to right in the water area. All right. Now, if you look at the image, you'll notice that there are white areas in there. Not the froth. We're not talking about the froth that happens when the wave hits the bottom area. We're talking about those little lines of white that you're seeing here and there in the blue. So you're going to use your small brush, and you're going to add a line of white, And immediately after, go over it with some blue so that it blends out flawlessly. All right? So when you add a line of white with your small brush, you take your big brush with blue and you pass it over it so that the two colors can blend together. So now we're adding a little bit of highlights in our water. We're doing it with white and then we're going over with some blue. So I've added some streaks of white and now I'm passing some blue over it so that it blends and it doesn't look too sharp and stand out from the rest of the scene, okay? There we go. I'm going to add more white, so you guys can add as much as you like. All right, so here I go with some more white for those of you who did not see. So you take your small brush and you add streaks of white in different spots in your water. And immediately after, you're going to take some blue and you're going to pass it over the white so that it blends in with the rest of the scenery. And this is apart from the froth or the buildup of the water that we're going to add in just a bit. And I'm sure you guys would notice that there are some slips of questions on some of you on your right hand side, some on your left. That's right, we are going to be doing some interaction in just a bit. So when I call on you, you're going to say out your question, you're going to answer it. And if anybody else has another answer to what their question was, you can also butt in. We also have Angel with a mic going around for the recording so that you can hear it on the recording afterwards. There are no wrong and right answers. It's just about having a good time, okay? You can add as much hints of white as you like as we get ready to do the froth or the buildup of water there. All right, so we should all have our streaks of white in the blue as we get ready to do some more white in just a bit. I also want us to fill in the blue for the waterfall. So we're going to fill in the blue for the waterfall, seeing as we're on the blue area. So you tap into your blue paint and in this little section here, you do the blue for your waterfall. You will notice that the waterfall is a little bit curved to the side, so you can come all the way across and then down. So keep the curve because we want it to look as natural as possible. So you can keep the curve with your strokes just like this. So instead of just going straight up or straight down, you just slightly curve your wrist so you get a little curve with the motion of the brush there. Just like that. Try not to cover up the froth or the foam down at the bottom here. Try not to cover up the foam at the bottom of the waterfall. If you do get some blue in it, that's fine because it's going to make it look as natural as possible. There we go. Oh, sure.
Can you just say that if you want to get one slide,
But perhaps afterwards?
afterwards?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so we should have our waterfall filled in. Keep that curve of the wrist as you're going in with it as well. Once you have done the blue there, we now have to add some white streaks in the waterfall as well. So the same approach we did down here, we're going to do it up here, but we're going to do different strokes. So we're going to go curve, white, white, and again, you're going to go in with some blue and blend it out. All right, so we should be seeing hints of white in the water. So you're going streak, streak of white, streak of white. You tap into your blue and you blend it out. And you can also do some more prominent strokes of white, as in you can see it very well. It's very visible. So let me show you. So we tap into our white here, and I'm going to add some prominent streaks of white. I want these streaks to be visible. So I'm not going to blend it out. All right, so some of us would have Niagara Falls, some of us would have a simple Concord or Annandale Fall. Envision it. Once you can think it, it's possible. So I can't wait to come around the room and take a look at some of your unique waterfalls. Perhaps you can give it its own name, I don't know. Anybody think up a name for their falls?
Annandale.
So you're going with Annandale, okay. Nutmeg Falls? I love it. Huh? So add as much white as you like. Just means that your fall is a little bit rough compared to others. And down at the bottom, we have to add in the foam. And so you can take your same brush that already has blue on it. You don't have to wash it out. You tap it into your white paint, and then you go tap, 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 but staying in the area we have outlined for the foam. So I'm tapping inside of that area. Tap, tap, tap. So you're seeing a mixture of the blue and the white coming into play. So you're tapping your brush, you're not washing out the blue. Tap it into the white and then tap on your sheet as you apply the foam-like texture underneath the waterfall. I know for many of you, you are now awakening a new talent. You're unlocking a new level. And so a lot of you will continue painting. Sure, listen, at the end of this session, you'll be surprised at how well this came out. Anybody here painting for the very first time? Like this is the very first time you're doing something like this? Oh, you are? Oh my. So we're keeping an eye out for yours. Let's give a little bit of encouragement. Say, you can do it. She got this, she got this. So we're filling in the foam. Filling in, and you're going in with the white, and you just keep tapping with the white. And I have not yet washed out my brush. I'm leaving some of the blue hints in there. And you can even move downward into the other areas that we have identified as foam areas. So all of those weird looking shapes I told you about before, you just tap, tap, tap into those areas as well. And let's create our foam down there also. And around it, you want to create a little bit of more of those white streaks around it as well, so it doesn't look too set apart from the rest of the water. We're tapping, and we're adding. I haven't heard anybody indicate they needed assistance yet, so it means that everybody's going well. You can ask for help. So we're tapping with the white, we're tapping. Create that foam-like look. And you can always go back in, tap into the blue, and get some blue in there as well, okay? So I'm gonna go in with a hint of blue in my foam area down here. And while you're tapping, adding your froth. I'm gonna ask Angel. Angel, you can pinpoint the first person up there to do their question. I don't know if they got a question up there.
I have some body.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
I have
Okay.
somebody for a question.
Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay. Oh, it's for the live. Oh, so I got it. Oh lord.
Oh, sorry, Angel, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys. So
What am I
we're
doing?
gonna have to remain a
sorry.
little bit quiet so we can hear the question from the back, and you can talk up first. We appreciate that.
Okay. My question is, what do you do outside of your studies at SGU to unwind and stay balanced? You know, typically I'll roller skate, but they're like, don't break your skates because it's really hilly, and it is. But I'm gonna skate in the basketball court next term. But now I just kind of, I read a little bit, do a little exploring. I walk, walk around the
A little bit of
field.
hiking, maybe.
Huh?
Any hiking?
I don't like hiking, you know.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
like,
okay.
I can't see too well.
Explore
I
on the
can't see
flat.
too
I
well.
got you.
I can't see too well, so I was like, I see a little. I almost fall off cliffs. I can't see too well.
What?
I need to stay out the hiking. I need to stay out the hiking, as I've learned.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. It's just they have the mic, so you can pass the mic to the next person. So let's hear what your question was. You got one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So guys,
Hello.
let's listen up for hers.
You just gotta talk.
I gotta pin it. Okay.
That's
Hello. Okay, so the
Hi.
question is, what was the most powerful lesson you've learned from your time at SGU?
Oh.
Yeah. So we went from what do you do in your off time to what's the biggest lesson you've learned? The biggest lesson I've learned from my time at SGU
Mm-hmm.
is failure is not the end of it.
Oh, I thought you were about to
Just-
say failure is not an option. Okay, well that's a good way to end
You know
it.
what's crazy is me being here means failure is an option because you can always come back from it, you know?
It's true.
Just because I didn't get the grade I wanted or I had to go and prove myself
Yeah.
and make sure that I belonged here, the most powerful lesson is if I can do it and I know I can do it, then it's going to happen.
Awesome.
Period.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. Angel, you can keep going down. You can keep going around. So guys, keep adding your foam while we do some of the questions. Keep adding your foam, and you can always go back in, add hints of white in different spots of your piece. So around my foam, I'm adding some hints of white, as you can see. Around my foam, I'm adding some hints of white so that it doesn't look too separate from the rest of my painting. Go ahead. Who has the next one?
Hi, can everyone hear me? Okay, so my question was, imagine you won the lottery. What's the first crazy thing you'd buy?
It depends on how much money you want, you know.
Yeah. So
what
I
would you
think
get?
I would buy like just lots of plane tickets to random places because I would like to like make memories because I feel like that's the most priceless thing you can make. You can
Aww. She's gonna be jetting it, all right? You're not gonna see your friend for a little bit. She's gonna be somewhere in the world. Again, depending on how much money you did win.
It is.
Yeah, actually there is.
I don't have to stand over it. Okay.
I don't play it, so I'm not sure. I don't want to play it, so I don't know.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, sorry, we have a next one. Go ahead.
All right. So my question is, your friend does not know you are sitting behind her on the bus. What would you do to notify her of your presence? A, tug
Oh,
on
he has options. Go ahead.
A, tug on his or her hair. B, rub your fingers down their neck. C,
He's laughing like that's probably what he would do, you
C,
know?
C, call their name out, or D, message them on their phone. It depends on the person, to be honest. But like, if it was one of my friends that are sitting right next to me, I would rub my fingers down their
Down
neck.
their neck. Oh.
All right, who do I hand this to?
Wash out your brushes when you're done, guys. When you're done with all of your foam and you've added all your special little touches to your piece that you wanted, you can wash out your brush as we prepare for the next step. And while we do that, let's hear the next question.
Okay. My question is, what's a food you hated as a child that you now love? I hated strawberries, and now I like strawberries. I also hated beans. Now I like beans. I hated avocado. I like avocado. The list goes on. I'm a fake Rican.
You were a picky one. You know what I think it is? When you were a child, you had all of those options. You're like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. Now you're an adult. You're like, I don't have a choice but to eat certain things.
I don't know.
Okay. Hello.
All right, so who is going to do the next question?
Hello. Hello.
Oh, okay, we have another one, guys. So let's remain quiet for this one. And then you're going to wash out your brushes as we prepare to do the mountain area in black. But let's hear her question. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, what's the most ridiculous argument you've ever had with someone? And wow, that's really a thinker.
The most ridiculous argument she's ever had.
Yes.
I guess what was it over?
Huh?
What was it about the argument?
It probably was with my sister. Like, it probably was something stupid. I'm trying to think because I argue with her all the time. But it must have been about our room or something. Actually, no. Okay, I have one. So when we were younger, it kind of still happens to this day, but we watched TV a lot. And one time we didn't know where the remote was. And she thought it was me that had it, and she had it. And I'm like arguing with her, like, bro, you have the remote. And she's like, no, you have it. And literally, she got up from her chair, and it was literally there under her. So, yeah.
Don't worry, don't relive it. Don't relive it. We got you. We got you. All right, guys. So tap into your black paint, and let's get started on the mountain area. So you can use your small brush to outline it first. And then you can fill in the space, all right? So you can use your small brush to outline at first and then fill in the area.
Okay.
Small brush to outline. and then fill in the area. There we go. So outlining.
I don't know if I should use your best. Okay, thank you.
And make sure you take your time around by the waterfall's edge because that area here we already painted with blue. And then you can fill in with black thereafter, just taking your time and filling in. So this is another simple part. All you're doing is outlining and filling in with black. Angel, who is our next person? Okay, go ahead, go ahead. So let's remain quiet as she does her question.
Okay, so mine is, if you could have a do-over of any decade of your life, which would it be and why?
Ooh, that's deep.
Okay, so this one, a lot of people in here is term 5, so they know about my situation. So I'm 31. What I would like to do over is my 20s because I was with my ex-husband for 10 years and he wasted my time.
Oh.
Cheers to singlehood.
Oh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you know what you went through, girlie. You know what you went through. So cheers to this period in your life. And to the future. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. So Angel has another person that's going to be doing their question.
Okay.
And remember, all you're doing is filling in with black, okay, guys? You can go over with a second coat of black as well. You can just outline and then fill in. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, so my question is, you're a maid of honor and you just saw the bride to be making out with the chef before the wedding. Yeah, that's what I said too. And it says, what's your next move?
Okay, so you're the maid of honor and you just saw the bride-to-be making out with the chef. So what's the question? What are you supposed to do? It's asking you what you're going to do?
I would gasp. I'd be like, oh, two? I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
Listen.
I'm shocked.
Something's got to pay for the caterer, okay?
That is true.
Weddings are expensive, okay? So would you say anything?
I mean, I would have to, but I'm shocked.
She is a good
So you're literally going to walk out there and tell the groom, I just saw your girl back there? At least do it after the dinner, after you've actually eaten, you know? Probably.
Oh gosh, I don't even feel like this is loud. I have to really talk loud.
For some persons, it depends on the friend.
Wait, how do I fix mine? How do I fix it and blend it out more? Are we going now? I'm giving you a set amount of time to tell. Read the question? Okay.
Yeah, I like that option. You give them a timer, like,
I don't know what my
listen,
answer is,
you've indulged yourself. Now I'm giving you 5 minutes to get things straight and tell the groom. You have 5 minutes to do so.
I have another question. Ready? I know that's gonna be the issue. Okay.
Oh, Angel, you can go ahead with the next person.
Okay, there
Oh,
we go.
sorry, I didn't
That's
hear you. Okay, guys, let's remain quiet. She's ready to do hers.
So my question is, if you were both stranded on a desert island with only 3 items, what would those 3 items be?
Good question. I mean, okay, it says desert island, so I would obviously choose food and water. And then
Water?
food. Yeah.
Food.
Wishful thinking for like my bed, but I really would want to bring it. Something comfy to sleep
A
on.
bed.
But not sure. Yeah.
Okay. So that's her ideal, stranded island scenario. She's going to have a bed, food, and water. That's more like 3 categories of things, like, has to be 3 actual things. Anybody else has any options that they will bring if they were on a stranded island? What are you going to bring? How about a cutlass to probably chop some? I don't know, like, it's like deserted or something, like probably doesn't even have. What are you going to come with? A plane. Okay, someone's going to walk with a plane. Now that guarantees that you're off the island for sure, right? Maybe a boat? I mean, you took a whole plane. Where are you going to land? A boat? Yeah, we probably go with a little fishing boat. You can get food, you can fish for food, and at the same time, you can get back home when you're ready. So take your time around the tree, guys, when you're doing the tree. Take your time there. Oh, sorry, Angel, go ahead. Who's the next person?
Okay.
Oh, the whole row going down? Go ahead.
If you could only communicate with each other using emojis. Okay. If you could only communicate with each other using emojis.
Oh, I'm not hearing that.
I don't think I can go any louder.
I'm hearing you now.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if you could only communicate with each other using emojis for the rest of your lives, what would be the most common emoji you'd use and why? So you know that the smiley face that just has like the straight teeth?
Side face.
That would be me. I think it's very useful, for many different situations.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so mine is if you suddenly switch bodies with your best friend. What is
All right. Yes. Oh, we have the other question. So let's listen. So we're going to finish that row there while we do our blacks. So go ahead.
Mine is if you suddenly switch bodies with your best friend, what's the first thing you would do?
I didn't hear that.
If you suddenly switch bodies with your best friend, what is the first thing you would do?
Okay, you switch bodies with your best friend. Is your best friend a girl or a boy?
I'm going to go with Malika here.
It's a girl? Okay. What would you do?
I don't know. She's very chaotic. I feel like just understand how her brain works. Like, I want to see what she would do. I don't know.
You're just trying to figure out how her brain works. So you just sit there and like, how does my best friend think? Oh, that's all I want to know, how she thinks.
Yes.
Okay. Fingers crossed your friend is very smart and when it's exam times, she got you covered. Yeah? So we have another question. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, my question is, you have concrete proof that a close friend's spouse is cheating and has been doing so for years. Oh, wait, years?
Okay, so just to be clear, you have concrete proof that your friend's spouse has been cheating for years. What are you going to do?
It says, yeah, will you reveal this to your friend? If yes, why or why not?
Oh, girl, you're in trouble. You better stay out of that.
That's a real sticky situation. I feel like I probably wouldn't just tell my friend directly, but I would like pull up on the spouse and be like, so are you gonna say something or should I?
So you pull up on him and be like, okay, so something has to happen. It's either you confront or I get to it. But you could be putting yourself in a very dangerous situation because he'll probably want to silence you.
Oh. Wait a minute.
I mean, we're just thinking up scenarios, right?
This is true.
So you might as well just hint your friend like, hey, something might be going on. You go check it out yourself, figure things out. I think your friend might want to know. There are some persons who would prefer not to know. Like don't tell me that. And do you know that there are some friendships that are actually ruined because you brought forth the truth to them and they didn't want to believe it? There's a lot of scenarios you can think about in this.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
I don't have like a question. I have like charades. Yeah, and a riddle. Or to do charades or can I do the riddle? Okay. Okay.
All right, so this is what the black is looking like. We have a rock area to do down at the bottom. Let me see my...
And then do I just ask and someone answers it?
Oh, you guys still doing your rock? Looking good, looking good. Ooh, okay. Look at you. Yeah.
So mine's like a
Sorry,
riddle.
hold on. Sorry, sweetie.
It's a riddle, and you guys have to like guess it.
All right. So before we get started with the bottom area, we have, if you look at the bottom of your image, you'll notice there are these clumps of sort of like mini trees under there. But we're going to start off with some black first, and then we're going to layer in some green on top of it very soon. But before we do that, let's hear our next question down at the end.
It's like a riddle.
It's a riddle. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's hear it.
So what is full of holes but still holds water?
What is filled with holes but still hold water? We have to guess?
Yeah.
Is it a sponge? Oh, there we go.
I know, it wasn't like
A sponge. All right, so just so you guys can see, down at the bottom, I'm adding a little bit of black. I'm just outlining there so I can see it properly. We don't want it to be thick. We do not want the black to be thick. It's just a little bit of an outline so we can layer on our green afterwards. So, you know, underneath, in between the trees, you can see some of the shadows of the leaves. So this little bit of black we're putting here is going to act as our shadows. It does not have to be filled like the rock or the mountain area here. We just want hints of black in between. The main thing you can outline it. So for mine, my water doesn't go all the way down. So I'm going to connect with my rocks down at the bottom. And it doesn't have to be completely filled. As you can see portions of my sheet underneath, and that's okay, all right? Welcome. You are not late. We literally got started, right, guys? Yeah, I promise. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine. All right, so I'm adding a little bit of black in there, hints of black. And this is going to prepare us for when we have to do the green over it. And it doesn't have to be full black like I keep saying. Just hints is fine. Ta-da, like that. And you don't have to wash out your brush for the next step. Not as yet. So you're going to start layering on some green. And do you remember how we did our froth here, our foam? We used our brush and we tap, tap, tap. So you're going to do the same thing over the bottom rocks here. We're going to tap, 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 fill in with some of that green. Tap, tap, tap with some of the green. I have not washed off the black off of my brush. We're tapping in. So we have the underlying dark tone with the black. We're adding some green on top. And take a look at this. After we have filled in a lot of our darker shades of green, you're going to mix a little bit of yellow in with your green, and you're going to get a lighter version to add in different spots, okay? So we're really going in on this now, okay? But it's important that you have a good time, so focus in on the black first, and then you go in with the dark green, and then we're going to do the lighter version with yellow. For now, we're on the dark green. So you're just tapping into your green paint and tapping in different spots in the rock area. We're tapping in with green. Tap, 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 filling in with green. And you can add hints of black in with this green, so it's darker. So I tap into green, tap into black, and I apply. There's been a lot of tapping going on. Gotta work those wrists. Our wrist has gotta be worked now. So you can tap into your black and add some black as well in between there. So it's black and green. Black and green as we are doing this step. And then afterwards, we're going to do some of the highlights with yellow-green. So we're doing black and green for now. And Angel, while we do that, we can definitely take another question.
It's okay, I can do it.
Okay, so we have a question from Lily in the back. So let's remain quiet so we can hear Lily's question.
Hello.
Like here? Oh, it's not our microphone. Oh, it's for the video. Oh, my bad. Now they're gonna get on me. Oopsies. Okay. My question is, what holiday do you look forward to the most? It has choices. It's one Easter, Carnival, or Christmas. I say Christmas.
Christmas?
Yes.
Why Christmas?
That's when I get to go home and spend time with my family.
I figured. Family time is important. Ellen, you have a question? You can do yours.
Your question. Mine says, you are the dean in SGU for a day.
Oh.
What is the first thing you will do in your new role?
Okay.
I'm gonna fire some people.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Eddie, you don't have to name names. Just pass the mic along. You don't even have to name names.
You're recording.
But I got you. I get where you're coming. Yeah, so we're fine.
I'll kick her out.
I have a riddle.
go
It
ahead.
goes like, what has no voice but can still tell you stories?
A book?
A book.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I have another one.
Okay, go ahead.
My second riddle is, what can travel around the world while staying in a corner?
Oh, that's a good one. We have someone up front says a globe. Is it a globe?
No.
No.
Oh, dang, they're popping off.
A stamp.
Yeah,
Is it
a stamp.
It's a stamp.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
Makes sense because you said it does stay in a corner, so that makes sense.
You already spoke. Selena, you want to talk? You do?
Okay.
Who's next?
It says
Oh, go
right
ahead.
here, right here. It says your 4-tier birthday cake just tumbled down while the baker was bringing it into the party. Do you ask for a refund or do you forget about the refund and eat what is left standing? Yeah, I'm getting my money back. I'm getting my money back.
What is she gonna do?
Refund. Get my money back.
Oh my gosh. So
my
her
fault you
cake just tumbled down on the way in. So you're not even just gonna eat the last tier standing, like.
No, you dropped my cake.
Touch the floor.
I'll eat what's standing and get my money back.
I got you. That's very gang stuff, you know. She's like, I'm gonna take that and give me back what's mine. What? So we're tapping, add a little bit of greenery down here on your rock. All right, Angel, whoever is next, you can do the question. Who has it? Oh, okay, go ahead.
So my question is, what is my favorite local song?
Your favorite local
song?
Oh, okay.
I'll probably say "Wrong Again."
How does that go? I don't know it.
I don't know it either like that.
It's her favorite song. She doesn't know it. Oh my gosh. Anybody knows it? She says the song is "Wrong Again." Anybody knows that song? It's a local song. Okay, let's hear it, Susie. Give us a hint, like the beat or something. I don't know it. Wrong again? I guess afterwards we'll have to hear what wrong again sounds like. Yes, you can go ahead with the next question.
Okay. Just. Okay.
All right, so let's hear the next question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So mine is, if you could have a personal theme song that played every time you enter the room, what would it be?
Oh.
So mine would be Calladita by Bad Bunny.
Ooh, child. Okay. All right, so a song by Bad Bunny, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how that one sounds either. Sing it. How does it go? At least the chorus.
Want to help me?
Yeah, sure, they'll help you. Go ahead, start it. All right, I struggle to hear it there. I guess we'll have to listen to that one after as well.
Which one should I do?
Sorry?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, we're going to hear it. Listen, that's not what I was hearing you sing. Okay. So every time you walk in, you're like, flip hair. Oh, where did the song go? She's like, flip hair, Bad Bunny. I can feel your groove. We'll try it afterwards for sure. I can feel your groove. We have another one.
Okay.
By the way, guys, sorry, but you can mix some green and some yellow to do some of the highlights over it once you are done with the green and black, okay? Go ahead with your question.
Okay. Mine says you accidentally send a flirty text to your boss. What is your next move? This is a multiple choice question.
Okay, so you accidentally sent a flirty text to your boss. What's your next move?
Yeah.
So let's hear the options you have.
Okay, so your options are resign,
Resign,
cry, or apologize.
Resign, cry, or apologize. What are you gonna do?
I think I'd hopefully just apologize and keep the job because I need money.
You'll just apologize?
Yeah, I'll just apologize.
Listen, that's how relationships are formed sometimes. He'll be like, oh, I never knew you thought that way about me. I didn't know you felt that way. I felt that way too. Oh my goodness. Let's hear the next question.
Okay. Which side do I talk here? Do I talk right here? Hello? Is it right here? Okay. So mine is not a riddle nor a question. Mine is a tongue twister.
A
so
tongue twister. Okay.
Be prepared. All right. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So she sells shells on the seashore. I'm sure she'll sell seashore shells.
Now that was a good one.
I lost my breath.
All right, so you guys can start adding in some of your yellowish green by mixing some yellow and mixing some green together, yellow and green, and you can fill in this area here, all right? You don't have to add a lot. Save all of that energy for your tree that we're going to be doing in just a bit. Okay, so there we have it. I hope you guys online are enjoying our live stream so far because we are just having a good time here at the St. George's University. And we're doing just some of the little branches down at the bottom here now. Not branches, like little shrubs, you know. Add a little bit of greenery down here. There we have it. And fill in with some of black. All right, it looks like we are very much ready for the tree. So you're gonna get ready by using your small brush and your large brush. Make sure they're both clean. Ooh, fancy back here. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, let me get that for you. Is it not staying? It's good? Mhm. All right, so now for the tree, I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. But Angel, do we have another person for a question? Where's the mic? Who has it? Who has it? Oh, you have it. Okay, so we have one more question before we start our tree. Go ahead.
Mine is if you were a vegetable. If you were a vegetable, which one would you be and why?
Okay, so her question is if she was a vegetable, which one would she be and why?
Probably a potato because it's versatile.
What would you be?
A potato because it's versatile.
A potato. All right, you go potato. She'll be a potato. All right?
You go potato.
What would you be? I would like to hear what you would be. If you were a vegetable, what would you be? An okra. Why? Listen, okra is very... okra is not palatable for many persons, you know. Okay, okay. I guess if it's fried. So you love you, but nobody else might like you, but you love you. Okay. She's going to be an okra.
Yes.
We respect that decision, okay? Yeah. Let's hear the next question before we start the tree.
Okay, so my question is, what is one thing that surprised you about being an adult that you never knew growing up as a child? And I would say that it's really expensive to be an adult.
It's true. That's been the most common response to questions like that. The bills. That shocked us.
This don't work.
Yeah, you could go ahead with your question. Yes, it's on.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's for the video. All right, my question is, which would you eat if it was well seasoned? Rat, dog, or frog?
Oh, hold up. Now this. Okay, so the question was, which option would she eat if it was well seasoned? A rat, a dog, or a frog? Make your choice.
So I've had fried frog legs, so I would say frogs.
So you're gonna just go back to what you know? You're gonna eat frogs?
Yeah.
You wanna try something new?
If anything, I'll say the rat, but I'll stick with frogs because I know it's good.
Listen, don't buy into the peer pressure. You shouldn't be having either.
I ain't doing the dog. Right. It's for the camera.
Version of it. Okay, so for the tree, before we get to your question now, for the tree, you're going to do the same things that you did down here, where you added in some of the darker black and green, and then you went in with some of the yellowish green. So we're going to do the same concept for the tree, but this time you're going to keep your strokes sort of horizontal. So you're coming down, you're following the line up. So what I'm doing, I'm adding some black and some green, and I'm pressing my brush in this horizontal manner to get this type of brush strokes. So while we do that, we're filling in with black and green, and then we'll go over with some yellow-green highlights. Go ahead, my dear, with your question.
Okay. You're on a first date and you've clogged your date's toilet. What would you do? Tell him.
Oh, she has
Wait,
options.
yeah,
Let's hear the options.
So tell him
tell him you have an emergency and leave, or finish the date without telling him?
Oh my goodness, those are sinister.
I feel like honesty is the best policy, so just ask for a plunger and figure it out.
Well, there you have it. That's wife material immediately. So I just noticed I left out a little bit of mountain area. I don't know if you guys did that too. So there's a little bit of black here. So you guys can fill that in if you left it out as well. A little bit of black here. That's some mountain area here. Oh, go ahead with your question. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a riddle. What has keys but can't open locks?
What has keys but cannot? Is it a keyboard? A
Yeah,
piano?
piano.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a mic? It's for the recording.
All right, let's hear the next one.
So my question's pretty simple. What's your go-to KFC order, assuming you eat KFC?
Okay, so in case you guys in the back didn't hear, what is her go-to KFC order, assuming she eats KFC? What's that?
I like the nuggets and the fries, but I also don't eat KFC a lot, so.
Yeah, so if you go, it's just a typical nugget and fries for you. Yeah. Okay.
Avoiding the.
All right, so you have a question as well? You can go ahead.
So my question is, would you rather have a personal assistant who can predict the future or who can make things disappear?
Mm.
feel like
A
those
personal
both-
assistant who could either predict the future or make things disappear. Which one would you rather? Okay.
I mean, I would want the person who can predict the future.
Yeah.
Just to see who's coming. Perhaps working in the field and have crazy clients. I would want to.
I guess so, because if you know what's going to happen in the future, then there's no need for her to make anything disappear because
Yeah.
you would probably make the right decisions at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And
got
don't
you.
know what they make to disappear though.
Angel, you can move on with the next question. So remember, guys, to keep your brush flattened and you're tapping into black and you're tapping into green as you go across and create the tree.
So
All right,
my
who's next?
question is, you can only choose one parish to spend the rest of your life in. Which will it be and why?
One parish to spend the rest of your life in,
Yeah.
between all that we have?
Yeah.
Where are you going to stay?
St. Patrick's, because that's where I'm from.
What? She's going all the way
And
back
that's
up
where all my
north.
family is from. We have like really nice beaches. If y'all think Grand Nance is nice, y'all.
St. Patrick has nice ones.
No worries, Zinnia. I don't think it's nice.
So St. Patrick's apparently is the hit for the beaches, according to, what's your name, love?
Zinnia.
Zinnia. All right. So we have to, Zinnia, you have to schedule a little tour for your friends to go up to St. Patrick's and experience
Yeah.
what you've experienced growing up. And it's tree action. You're using your medium-sized brush and you're tapping and you're working your way all the way down. It takes a little bit of time, but trust me, the process is worth it at the end. So Zinnia, who's next to you? Go ahead, my dear.
My question is, what is your favorite waterfall in Grenada?
Oh, this one, the one you're painting. But anyway, no, but really though, have you been to any?
I would say Seven Sisters. It was the first waterfall I went to when I got
Oh.
here, and it's really beautiful.
Oh, Seven Sisters it is.
Oh.
You
You wake up with $1 million in your bank account. What's the first thing you're buying?
Oh, so we have another question in front. It says she woke up and miraculously there's $1 million in her bank account. What is the first thing you're going to do? Tell me you're going to call the bank and find out.
I was thinking chemo for my dog.
Oh, yeah. Now how can we compete with that?
Yeah.
She's gonna do chemo for her dog. Oh. All right, so don't call the bank, okay? No one tells the bank anything. No one tells the bank anything. But no, really, we're gonna have to figure it out because when the bank realizes and they come back, they're like, hey, about that $1 million you got, we're gonna need it back now. They're going to see the records. They're like, you just withdrew. What are you talking about? It was never there. All right, who's next? Oh, she had. All right, let's listen to the next question.
My house is on fire.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. My house is on fire, and I can only save one thing. What am I grabbing? Probably my laptop.
Your laptop, okay. So her house is on fire, and she can only grab one item, and that one item is her laptop. Got you. It's very important to save the documents, you know?
Yeah, all my documents.
Or digitally.
There's nothing on my phone. I had to turn away to not.
So keep going, keep going. Fill your tree in with the blue, the green and the black. I was like brown, I'm like blue, what?
She goes, really?
Should I get? That's sad. So. Is that what it's like having a tattoo? Yeah. Well, I kind of forgot about it, so it's whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Let's hear the next question. Go ahead.
If you could teleport anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Okay, so her question is if she can teleport anywhere in the world right now, where would she go?
It's probably somewhere I've already been before. So my favorite place I've been is Africa, so I'd probably teleport there.
Oh, so you'll go to Africa?
Yeah.
Nice. What was your favorite thing to do there?
So I volunteered there, like at a cheetah facility, so that's what I would do.
You were born at a cheetah facility?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So I would do that again.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's hear the next question.
Oh, okay. What was one event you enjoyed the most last Christmas?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go back home last Christmas? Were you in
Yeah.
Grenada?
I was back home. I went to a German Christmas festival.
And that was fun?
It was very fun.
Okay, nice. So last Christmas, she went to a German Christmas festival and it was super fun. And she enjoyed that. Let's hear your question now. Go ahead.
Okay, mine is if you were a cocktail, what would you be and how strong would you make yourself?
Oh, that's a nice question. If she was a cocktail, what would she be and how strong would... What is it? What would you call your cocktail and how strong would you be?
Well, my favorite cocktail is a dirty martini,
Oh.
and I would make it with double Tito's.
She's very
Extra
gonna be a very
dirty.
strong one.
Extra dirty.
All right. So we have a very strong dirty martini. What is your question?
My question is, do you prefer married life or single life?
Oh, my. Well, that's an interesting question. So her question is, does she prefer married life or the single life?
Single life.
I was like, yeah, you're probably going to get that from the group.
Yeah. Single for sure. No.
All right, everybody in the front row got questions? Angel, you can pass it down. Let's hear what some of the other questions are. I'm pretty sure some of you got two, you know.
It doesn't?
If you were an animal, what would you pick? I would pick being a dog.
Aw. So her question is, if she was an animal, what animal would she be? And she would choose a dog. Anybody would like to be any other animals? If you could be any animal in the world, which one would you want to be? You'll be. Oh my God. You'll probably be fed really well and taken care of. So, good choice.
What would you be?
Oh my goodness. So remember, you can mix some green and you can mix some yellow to get some of the highlights in. And we're winding down, so we have our last row of questions. So let's hear yours. And as we do our highlights in here as well.
So you are planning a vacation to another country. What is the first thing you research about the country? I think I would research the food. The food and things to do.
And things to do, that's what I'm thinking. And also the safety levels, you know, all of that. You'll take into account. Maybe. Go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Next one.
No, I don't know. So my question is, give advice to a couple who has been married for just 1 year and is looking to spice things up.
Oh. Back where you guys didn't hear that. So she has to give advice. Let's see. Give advice to a couple who has been married for just 1 year and they're looking to spice things up.
I'd be concerned if it's already. I would be concerned if it's only a year and you're already trying to spice things up. Like it's only been a year. Go to the sex shop and look around and buy something.
Buy some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the cashier recommends. That's all I got.
First of all, she's going to be concerned that they're looking to spice things up at such a early stage in their marriage. Yeah. But she'll recommend that they go to a special shop. And whatever the cashier recommends, you buy it. Let's hear the next question. What's yours?
So mine says you were playing charades and it's not working.
No, it's all right, so we're doing charades. So she has to show us. Let me see.
Okay.
Have the audience guess which famous person you are. So I'm thinking you're going to have to stand and show us this one. We have to guess what famous person.
Oh, is that me? Yeah.
Who is she?
She's that.
She's that. We're gonna make you do it again.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I didn't know what it was. Like, just do it once more.
No one has any guesses.
No,
Michael
what?
Jackson. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you just help her out?
No, she said Michael Jackson.
Okay, so it was Michael Jackson. She was like, woohoo. So that's the Michael. I got you. It was exactly like him. Like, you could be the one in the documentary, you know?
I should be an actor. I should be in the speaker. Right.
What's yours? Oh, wow. Yes, it is. What is it? Okay, no. Where's the next one?
That one's terrible. I know, right?
But what would you have to choose one.
Well, it's an obvious answer.
Okay, so listen to this one, right? She's having a difficult time answering this one. So you're at an adoption agency, right, guys? You're at an adoption agency and you have just found the perfect child. However, she's a twin. Do you take one and leave the other, or would you take both?
Oh, what a great story if you only take one.
It's like, I hope you reconnect with. I hope you reconnect with your other half. you guys can add some hints of yellow, green in different spots. Yellow, green in different spots as we wind things down with our painting. And if you have already done that, then congratulations to you. You're literally at the end, and all that's left to do is add your initials down at the bottom, okay? So let's finish off with our yellow-green highlights. We have one more question though. What's yours? Where's the mic?
I don't think it's working.
For the deal,
Yeah,
we're here. Mhm.
Okay.
You're getting a massage and the masseuse keeps stopping to take a phone call. What is your next move?
Oh my. So she's getting a massage done, and the masseuse keeps stopping the massage to take phone calls. What is she gonna do?
I think I would have said something after the first phone call. 'Cause
Oh, really?
You're paying to get a massage and they keep stopping. But after like the second or third time, I think I would have just got up and left.
Well, depending on what type of massage, you're
Yeah.
probably like, you have to leave the
Yeah,
room.
so I can get
I
up.
can change. So I can change because I'm leaving. There's no real storm out of the room kind of scenario
Yeah.
with that one, is there?
No clothes on.
All right, so if you have added your signature, we have to take out a little photo before you leave. So please don't leave yet. Let's take out a photo as a group with our beautiful creations at the end. So I'm just adding in my final highlights here, and then we're going to add our initials at the bottom. You guys all did such a fantastic job. All right, so if you're done, let me hear you say yeah. All right, so it means a little bit left, a little bit of you are still working.